morning. Tito Round Trippers here for episode 3 of Espresso and Dragbunts with Tito. Guards took a tough L yesterday, 5-3 in the series opener in Milwaukee. Battled late with dingers from Ramirez and Fry. Fell a little short. The winning streak stopped at 5, but impressive winning streak it was. Where we sit right now this morning in the Central Division is 3 games ahead of the Minnesota Twins, 5 games ahead of the Kansas City Royals. So still a tight race despite having put together that streak recently. So we got to keep at it and maintain and pad this lead. Yeah, the Cubs winning streak, super impressive. Beating their rookie sensation coming over from Japan, the first game, Imagama, and then Matt Boyd and Alex Cobb, in-season acquisitions for the Guardians, both getting wins in that series. Great sweep. That is our 7th team we've swept this year. So I don't know whether I don't think we've swept any teams multiple times, but I believe we've been swept once, maybe twice at most, and we've clocked 7 sweeps. So that's a good place to be. The batting order remains an evolving situation. Will Brennan, back from a very brief stint in the minors, came back up and is getting some run in the 2-hole and playing center field. Another multi-hit effort from him yesterday. Other than obviously the late dingers, he was really the only guy notable on the box score to have more than a base hit. So Brennan is the hot hand right now in center field. We continue to see some good power from Big Christmas, Jhonkensy Noel, particularly during the winning streak, a 3 home run in 2-game stretch. Quite impressive. A couple of moonshots at that. Definitely the only doubt in a couple of them was fair or foul. Certainly not how far it was. So 2 more in Milwaukee, and then we come home for a 10-game homestand, 3 series. So Milwaukee's in first place and approaching about 20 games over 500. So we got 2 more tough games there. Tonight features an excellent pitching matchup. We got Tanner Bibby versus Freddie Peralta tonight. That'll be a good one. That's 7:15 first pitch. 7:10 or 7:15 first pitch there in Milwaukee. Bibby versus Peralta. Two great arms dueling it out there. And so after Milwaukee, we still go to New York for 3 New York, and then it's the said 10-game homestand with 3 series, the Rangers, 4 against the Royals, and then 3 against the Pirates. So that'll be a good opportunity to get involved in this pennant race and support the team during a 10-game homestand we have coming up after 5 more dang tough games between the Brewers, 2 more in Milwaukee, and then we go to Yankee Stadium for 3. Start the week next week for the very big homestand. But quite encouraging how both pitching acquisitions have gone. Matt Boyd on a pitch count, didn't walk anyone. 80 very smooth, crisp pitches, encouraging debut. In that span during that streak, Alex Cobb getting his first win in about a calendar year, a long way back from his rehab. It looks like he's something like all the way back, we hope. So a lot of reason for optimism now with right now the youngsters William and Bibby fronting the rotation. Hopefully Williams can keep leveling up. Comeback player of the year Ben Lively. And then KG, veterans, in-season acquisitions, rounding it out with Alex Cobb and Matt Boyd. So it's a little more stability than, some struggling starters that we had to throw out there and stuff earlier in the year. So I mean, I like Cantillo, but I like him better as a depth guy, not as the fifth starter right this moment. So, bullpen-wise, Scott Barlow has been driving us all crazy, obviously, a lot. Kind of brings up the debate, you know, money talks. Is $6 million a lot of money? That's his annual salary. It kind of is when you're talking our budget and being a middle reliever. I'm sure no other middle reliever of ours is getting more than, say, $2 million a year. So it would seem like we're going to have to pitch Barlow here and there. Probably not in very high leverage situations at the rate he's going, but we're still in the mix for the best record in the American League. And I guess we'll have a lot to say about that head-to-head with the Yankees coming up, because we're right there with the Yankees, Orioles, and then obviously the Twins aren't far behind for us. 4 teams in the mix still for that best record in the AL, so that'd be huge. Get the 1 seed, the home field. So we're in a pretty good spot, you know. It stunk losing to our old friend Savale yesterday, but we can still salvage a series, especially with Bibby on the hill tonight. So see how things go in Milwaukee, do what we can in New York, and then it's back home for a 10-game homestand. So on the minor note, the captains lost yesterday. Travis Bazzana had a good game. I believe he had a couple of hits, one really hard hit single to right field. I watched the video too. So it was nice finally seeing some clips of him and stuff. Now the captains have already clinched the first half best record, so they're in the playoffs regardless of who wins the second half. So it'll be playoff baseball at the A-ball level. Double A and Triple A has a lot of talent as well. It'll be interesting to see who we snag from Triple A as we expand and manipulate rosters right around September 1st and stuff. Will Angel Martinez be back? He was moving around in the field, but a fairly regular 2-hitter for a while, and then we got Lane Thomas, and then Lane Thomas struggled, and now it seems like Will Brennan took his spot. So, you know, a couple people who've been up and down: Angel Martinez, Kyle Manzardo, even Jonathan Rodriguez. Who knows? Like I said, moves happen and rosters expand closer to playoff time for the regular season anyhow. So who that was here for a cup of coffee, if you will, a brief big league stint, might be back. That'll be interesting to monitor. Manzardo should be back at some point, so that'll be exciting. And so it's going to be a heck of a stretch run. Our mathematical playoff odds sit at about 96.5%. Right below them, AL East big boys, the Orioles and Yankees, are both, you know, 98.5% playoff odds or something absurd. So mathematically, we haven't clinched, but we're looking good for playoff bound, and we are still the team to catch in what has turned out to be a surprisingly tough division. Let's see, what else did I have for this week? Like I said, big 10-game homestand. To recap, huge pitching matchup in Milwaukee tonight. Tanner Bibby toes the rubber for us versus Freddie Peralta for the Brewers. And then we go to the Bronx for 3, and then it's the 10-game homestand. 3 Rangers, 4 hosting the Royals. And then 3 with Pittsburgh round out a 10-game homestand. We have 7 crucial division games left against the Twins and Royals combined, and they're all at home. In fact, no, it might be 8 because it's 4-game series each. The Royals during this homestand coming up in about 9 days or so, and then for 4 at home, and then the Twins in the middle of September come to Progressive Field for 4. So we're the team to catch, and with 8 head-to-head games left, all at home, we very much are where we want to be and control our own destiny. This stretch run can be, as good as we make it, as long as we keep executing. So, I don't know, let's just hope we keep making good decisions with the bullpen, and figure out, like I said, who's coming back up that was here and then sent back down between Martinez, Manzardo, Rodriguez. I'm sure one or a couple of those guys will be back up. There's definitely some calls to bring up some relievers. I haven't had much time to, unfortunately, research our minor league relievers, but obviously our bullpen's tired. We've asked a lot of them in the first half, so probably a AAA reliever or two. A name escapes me that we'll call up to save some of our premier bullpen arms, and we're in good shape. 8 more division games against the key teams, all at home. Soon to be, after 5 more tough road games, a 10-game homestand. So let's keep it moving. Pennant fever. Thanks for tuning in, and guards up. Final thoughts are let's have Bibby show us he's an ace tonight against Peralta. Key pitching matchup, and counting on Bibby. I think that he'll do what he's got to do to set up a rubber match tomorrow during the day in Milwaukee.